It really looks like things are shifting in Marvel's direction now. With Red Hulk officially being introduced into the MCU and Marvel showing signs that it wants to simplify its approach, going back to more grounded designs, it feels like the perfect time for Hulk to finally get his due. Fans have been waiting for years for an Incredible Hulk 2, and for the first time in a long time, it doesn't just seem like wishful thinking. There are insiders confirming that Hulk will return in Spider-Man Brand New Day, which makes it even more believable that Marvel is gearing up for a proper Angry Hulk comeback. I know not everyone will buy into the hype immediately, but when you look at the small clues Marvel has been leaving and the direction of their movies, it seems like they're lining things up to give fans exactly what they've been demanding for ages: a furious Hulk back in action. When you take a step back, the lesson here is pretty simple. Patience might actually pay off. Fans of the Hulk have had to wait longer than anyone else because his character has always been in this weird limbo within the MCU. Back in 2008, Marvel launched The Incredible Hulk as part of Phase 1, but unlike Iron Man, Thor, or Captain America, Hulk never got a sequel. Even though those other heroes kept coming back with multiple solo adventures, Hulk got pushed into the background, appearing mostly in ensemble films. And the frustrating part is that everyone knows Hulk has enough story and enough depth to carry a movie by himself, but Marvel's hands were tied. The reason is simple: the rights issues with Universal. Universal had distribution control over Hulk solo films, which meant Marvel couldn't just churn out Hulk 2 or World War Hulk whenever they wanted. That's why we mostly saw Hulk in the Avengers, Thor Ragnarok, and even She-Hulk. He was a major character, but never the star of his own story again. But now, with those rights problems loosening up, Marvel has a clear path to finally bring him back with a new solo movie. And honestly, it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. It could be as straightforward as calling it The Incredible Hulk 2. Sometimes simple titles do the job, and in this case, it would immediately connect fans back to the 2008 film and signal that Marvel is serious about restoring Hulk's spotlight. Now, the timing of all this matters a lot. For years, Marvel was obsessed with redesigns, constant upgrades, and complicated storylines. They wanted everything bigger, flashier, and often more confusing. Sometimes it worked, but sometimes it really didn't. Lately, though, Marvel has been rolling things back. Look at Fantastic Four First Steps. Their costumes were classic, sleek, and not overdesigned. Fans immediately praised them because they felt authentic. Or take Spider-Man's newest suit in Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's a return to basics, grounded, simple, and instantly iconic. People loved it because it felt real and respectful to the character's roots. That change in Marvel's design philosophy is important because it matches exactly what fans have been asking for when it comes to Hulk. They don't want Smart Hulk cracking jokes or doing lab experiments. They want Angry Hulk, the force of nature who feels dangerous, unpredictable, and unstoppable. The version of Hulk that smashes first and terrifies even his closest allies. Bringing that back now, after years of a toned-down Hulk, would feel both nostalgic and fresh at the same time. And here's where it gets even more exciting. Red Hulk is now in play. General Thunderbolt Ross becoming Red Hulk isn't just a random choice, it's a setup. It creates the perfect opportunity for Marvel to finally give us Green Hulk versus Red Hulk, a clash fans have been waiting to see on screen for years. Add in characters like Betty Ross and the Leader, who were teased in Captain America Brand New World, and you start to realize Marvel has been quietly putting together all the puzzle pieces for a Hulk-focused story. The strange part, though, is that Hulk himself was missing from that Captain America movie, even though it had a bunch of Hulk-related characters. Marvel's excuse was that they didn't want him overshadowing Cap, but the absence felt pretty noticeable. So now, we're in this odd situation where Hulk is being dropped into a Spider-Man movie instead. At first glance, it feels out of place. Spider-Man usually deals with street-level villains, while Hulk is more about catastrophic, global-scale destruction. Their worlds don't naturally overlap, so fans are scratching their heads at why Marvel chose that route. But if you think about it from another angle, this could be Marvel's way of reintroducing Hulk in a big way before giving him his own sequel. Maybe they're using Spider-Man's popularity as a springboard to remind audiences just how much they love Hulk. It's an unusual move, but if it leads to an Incredible Hulk 2, fans will probably forgive the odd placement. And that brings us back to why an Angry Hulk movie can still happen, and why it's actually simple. Marvel doesn't need to reinvent the wheel here. All they need to do is commit to Hulk's core identity, rage, power, and the eternal struggle between Bruce Banner and the monster inside him. Call it The Incredible Hulk 2, or even just Hulk 2, and dive straight into storylines fans have been dreaming about, like World War Hulk or Planet Hulk. The groundwork is already there, because we've seen Hulk as a gladiator in Thor Ragnarok. We've met characters like the Leader, and Red Hulk is officially in the MCU. The pieces are in place, it just takes one announcement to set the whole thing into motion. And if Marvel really wants to shake things up, they could pull from the Immortal Hulk comic storyline. That series gave Hulk new life in the comics by making him darker, scarier, and almost horror-inspired. Imagine Hulk being hunted, hated by the public, and constantly teetering on the edge of losing control. Imagine a storyline where the world sees him as a monster again, not an Avenger. That would completely flip the MCU's current view of Hulk and give Mark Ruffalo a chance to explore the raw, tortured side of Bruce Banner that we haven't really seen since 2008. It's worth pointing out that the original Incredible Hulk movie has aged surprisingly well. At the time, it didn't get the love it deserved, partly because it was overshadowed by Iron Man. But now, compared to Smart Hulk's lighter tone, that 2008 version feels intense and authentic. It showed the fear, isolation, and raw power of Hulk in a way that hasn't been matched since. Fans are looking back at it and realizing how much they miss that energy. That's why going back to Angry Hulk now doesn't feel like a step backward. It feels like progress, like Marvel finally understanding what fans want. If Marvel wanted, they could even build Hulk's story into the wider MCU reset that's rumored to happen after Avengers Secret Wars in 2027. They could soft reboot Hulk before the rest of the MCU, giving him a fresh start that makes sense in the current timeline. And with villains like Zenmu or Roxxon's Minotaur from the Immortal Hulk comics. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.